Hey, what's up, everyone? You made it. You made it to the third video of my ride around the river and onto the Springwater corridor. So, this is the start of it from east side, and yeah, it's a beautiful ride. A lot of people, a lot of bikers, a lot of runners. Overall, great view. Once I pass this fence and pass under the bridges, see a pretty good view of the river. Um, really fun ride this time. Didn't run into any trouble the whole way, except for halfway through the video, I did end up losing where I was. My navigation um, was off. I thought I was going the right way, ended up having to stop. So there's a pause, and then I pick back up from Safeway, which is where I had to stop because my son ran out of some medicine. So yeah, that's where I'll be today. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Let's go. I mean, what a change of pace this weather was on this ride. It was really chilly, hence the sweater that I'm wearing and not being able to see my tattoo. It was very different from what we've been used to in Portland for this past summer, which has been pretty hot summer. So I tilt my phone a little to the right so you can see the Willamette River. That's the river that crosses all the way through downtown Portland, and you can't really see it here. I thought you'd be able to see better, but next time I'll just have to pull over and take a minute. Maybe I think in these videos I might have to pull over and take a look, get a recording of the things that I see. There's so much detail in the streets of Portland, which is why I'm noticing a lot more things that I love about Portland on bike, because those things aren't able to be seen through car. So I think it's justified to pull over, stop, take a minute. And that's what I love about biking too, is that not much is lost if you stop for a little bit, enjoy the scenery, and get right back on. And again, like I said, not much is lost as compared to my journey in running, which I used to be a long distance runner. As I've said before, I've done a marathon, a lot of half marathons, a lot of 10Ks, a lot of 5Ks, and a lot of times I was just focused on getting to point B from point A, and that's all I was focused on. So most of the times I didn't really enjoy the scenery. I didn't really get to see what was around me unless I was trail running. I will say there's an exception for trail running, because trail running is just almost like a spiritual experience for me. There's so much to see, and you're not really worried about your pace, and you're mostly worried about surviving those hills and whatnot. And a lot of times it's encouraged to stop by and look. So I think those two activities, trail running and biking, are probably some of my favorite activities, because yeah, they allow you to get in the moment, get in the environment, and be a part of that environment. Even though you are zooming by a lot of it, you're able to stop by and not really lose much, and you're able to get places to see more things. Yeah, it's a real joy for me, for sure. So about my bike, which I haven't really spoken about too much, it's a Cannondale R500 CAD2. What those letters means, what those numbers means, don't even ask me because I have no idea. All I know is that it's red. The offer up guy asked for 150. I said, let's go. I got it. It ended up being mine. My son has a blue bike, and his favorite Ninja Turtle is Leonardo. My favorite color is red, and correspondingly to that, my favorite Ninja Turtle is Raphael. So I said, all right, it makes sense to my son, it makes sense to me. So this is the bike that I picked up in Portland from a guy in Northeast neighborhood. Super nice guy. When I got the bike, the tires were still flat, but everything was intact. Needed to brush some spider webs off, and it was ready to go after a cheap tune-up at the local bike shop. So ultimately, I mean, it didn't run me over 250, I think. And I think there's something in that with like starting off with cheap gear and maybe even trying to continue as much as possible with cheap gear. If you know me, or if you know people that know me, they'd probably tell you, that I'm I'm more into the more expensive gear or what I see in the ads or what. If you check my running closet or my running clothes, I mean, you'll see Tracksmith, you'll see Asics, a lot of Hokas, a lot of that stuff, and I mean, none of it really necessarily made me too happy with the sport. It did help with my time and stuff like that, and I did feel the cushion and whatnot, but I mean, the ultimate fulfillment I don't think was there. So I think my plan for this whole journey with biking is to run it out and keep going with the minimal supplies, minimal bike, minimal things about bike. You probably won't catch me in a biking jersey. Sorry to all those bikers out there, but yeah, I probably won't be in a biking jersey. I do have some clip shoes that I got also off of OfferUp for like $40. Super cheap, but super effective, helping me with the power in the bike and making riding a lot more fun, a lot more easier. And I didn't know that until I actually tried them. And yes, I did fall. I did fall the first time that I tried them on. I guess that's like something that just happens naturally. I ate it pretty good. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, I probably won't see myself getting too deep into the actual like shiny new things, like brand new things. If anything, I might just build this bike up and just slowly but surely just add some character to it, or add some flair to make it my own. That's what I think it's about. Just being able to appreciate what you have, use it to its best ability, to its fullest ability, and pass it on to somebody else or keep using it until it's done serving its purpose. And then after that, let it go with dignity. Here we are approaching the Woodstock neighborhood. That's right, you heard me. Woodstock. More than just one. Um, this neighborhood is actually pretty cool. It's a nice little strip just south of my neighborhood, Foster Powell. Really cool little shops, cool places to eat. Super calm and just opposite from like city vibes, but still feels like um, a little bustling part of town on Saturdays and Sundays. It's actually pretty hard to drive through, walk through, cross the street. There's a lot of cars going on. There's a lot of events going on over the weekends here, but super cool neighborhood. A lot of cool people. And yeah, like I said, I had to pick up medicine for my son. Apparently, his little legs hurts, and we ran out of children's Tylenol. So here I go. I'm gonna stop by the Safeway and get some medicine. See if I can get a Gatorade or two, and maybe a Cliff Bar. See if we can turn this thing up. And that's a wrap on the 3 video series of going to Tilikum Bridge, going across Tilikum Bridge, across both sides of the waterfront, then going on Springwater Corridor through Woodstock, again through Foster Powell. And that's about it for another 3-part video. In total, it was an hour and a half ride, totaled about like 16 miles, but overall super fun ride. Really happy to do it and can't wait for next time. See you then.